Hey, we're in Matthew chapter 25 today. Thanks for joining us. This is a continuation of chapter 24 where Jesus, in his own words, lots of red letters here in the Bible, in his own words, he's talking about the end times and being prepared, being ready. He uses a couple of parables, the parable of the 10 virgins, the parable of the bags of gold. And I want to look, starting at verse 31, where he talks about the sheep and the goats. And he talks about how they'll be separated. He says, all the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He'll put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. And then the king will say to those on the right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? And when did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you?" And the king will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." Well, clearly we know that salvation is not based solely on our works. Really, the works are just the fruit of our salvation. And it really reminds me of two things today. Where do you stand with the Lord today? I mean, if this was it, where do you stand? Are you ready to meet Jesus? But also, as a believer, are we doing these things that God is calling us to do? It reminded me of a song that we sing sometimes here at Willowbrook. It's called Hosanna. The bridge of the song says, "Heal my heart and make it clean. Open up my eyes to the things unseen. Show me how to love like you have loved me. Break my heart for what breaks yours. Everything I am for your kingdom's cause as I walk from earth into eternity." So I just want to challenge you today as you go about your day after you've read Matthew 25. Look for ways to serve others. Look for ways to see them as Jesus sees them and as Jesus sees you. Have a great day.